Mike Calta is Cowhead. Remember Cowhead? He came on our show a couple of times. We've known him for a long time. Cowhead. And I guess he got in a little bit of a brawl with our good pal Bubba the Love Sponge. And I say that sarcastically. I don't know why, but as the Opie and Anthony show, we had always had issues with Bubba the Love Sponge, and I never knew why. It was another one of those radio wars that you just don't know where they come from, what the fuck they consist of, who said what about what. I don't know. I think Bubba said something bad about us. Ooh, that's all it takes in radio. Hey, I think that guy's an asshole. Whoa, we're at war. Radio wars are the most pussy things ever. They never come to any physicality. And for the most part, if you do see the guy in person off the air, it's like, hey, man, what's up? What a bunch of faggots. Radio wars are just these biggest pussy things ever. Remember the Opie, Anthony, Don, and Mike radio wars over at NEW? They were just brutal on the air. Like, horrible things were said and everything, but we'd have to see these guys in the hallway and stuff and outside. And no one was throwing fists or hey, fuck you, come over here. It was none of that. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Bunch of pussies. Radio guys, just fucking pussies. But I will tell you, Cowhead got one over on Bubba pretty good. Bubba called up Cowhead's show and was going to confront him on the phone. But he had no ammunition whatsoever, and Cowhead really did a number on him. Check out a little bit of this. Let's join the fun and listen to Bubba the Love Sponge calling into Cowhead.
And trying to remain relevant by calling this show is a guy who can't fill his own show with content, so he's calling us. Hello?
Now, am I live on your guys' air? Because you're live on my air.
Yes, you are. Blah, blah, blah. Finally, somebody will take your phone call, so try to help you remain relevant in this town, you moron.
So is that how you're spinning it?
Spinning what? You're the one calling me. You've been on this show. You've been on the air today, and you've played 5 parody songs. I'm guessing 7. Sorry, the count is up to 7. 7 parody songs, and now you have to call me because you can't fill a show with content. You have nothing. No, I dare you to do a whole show without playing one parody bit. I dare you.
Mike.
Yes, Todd.
I've been doing radio for 30 years.
Yeah, I know, but for the last 5, it's been pathetic radio. You started out good. You were killer when you're on at night, and then when you were on in mornings at 98 Rock, you were good for a while, and then you got so cocky and lazy, it just got terrible.
And then why would you pretend to be?
Who is that? Who is that? Is that the token black guy that you have in the studio so that you could be a racist? Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up for a little while and let the real men talk?
Shut up. I don't need.
Why don't you let the real man talk? Why do you kiss my ass every time you see me? But now you're going to in turn step up and try to be a tough guy. Let the big boys talk, little kid. Listen, hey, if you want to talk to me, you talk to me. I don't want to talk to your underlings.
Listen.
No, you listen, okay? It's my show. If you want to talk to me, Bubba, then you talk to me. Don't send the little minions because you can't handle a conversation one-on-one with me, and you know that.
He's just destroying him, like right off the bat.
You're gonna call. No, you're gonna call my. You're gonna call 25 my token black guy.
You've said that 100 times on your show.
No, he has not. I don't know that I've said that, but anyway,
okay.
That's how you.
Why don't you look? If you tell him to shut up, or I'm going to hang up. You want to talk? I'll talk to you. I'm not going to talk to the underlings.
Cowhead, you're a little tough guy. You're a little New York tough guy.
I am not little, buddy. I'm very big. And I am tough. I'll punch you right in your fat face.
So, Cowhead, here's the deal.
Yes, Todd. What do you got?
You're saying that we're not relevant anymore. And by the way, I just let you go and go and go.
Yeah, I know, because I control this conversation because you are too weak-minded to talk. That's why you'll go eventually. You go, right, Manson? What do you think about that, Manson? Because you couldn't handle a conversation like this. Is the fake guy there today?
Where's fake guy.
So listen.
Wait, where's Ned? I want to say hi to Ned.
Radio show.
Where's Ned?
You wanted me to...
You're not going to let me talk to Ned? Did the fake guy leave the room? Yes. He's over here now. He's over here. Yes, I'm over there. Where's the fake funny guy on the show? Let him talk to me.
He's right here.
Let's say hi, Ned.
What's up, dude?
Oh, hey, hold on. I want you to meet my friend. This is Cliff. Hi, Ned. How you doing?
So, Cowhead, I just want to go. If you're gonna...
Yes, Todd. What do you got for me, buddy? Hey, baby. Hey, by the way, way to call me cow turd and cow patty. Is that the best you could do? Is that the best you honestly can do? You
Oh yeah, he calls him. This was a good one.
diabetic dirtbag. How much Botox have you had in that forehead and that hair dye that you have? Why would you do an interview with Channel 8 looking as horrible as you do with your purple veiny legs?
God cares what a guy looks like.
Oh, well, shut your. Is the underling talking again?
I'm glad you're watching, kid. Thank you, buddy.
I didn't watch it. I saw the 9 million pictures that you tweeted over the weekend when you were losing your mind, taking pictures of my billboard and sitting there going crazy. Listen, your guys are embarrassed by you.
That's if you want that one's been up online all day, and it's a hoot. I highly suggest watching the whole thing on your little home computer. It's hilarious. He just goes, that is a prime example of how you just dissect somebody during a phone call. Don't really let him get a word in edgewise. Don't let him get a word in edgewise. That's what Cowhead did. But you have to have something. You can't just yell over the person. And that's what he did. And he knew about his adversary. He knows Bubba. He knows the Botox thing and all that. So he was able to just really slam him over and over. So kudos to Cowhead with his radio war with Bubba the Love Sponge, who always seems to be in a radio war with somebody. I don't know. I don't know what he does anymore. I have no idea.
He just started a show in Tampa today.
Oh, did he?
That's
was
what
he
it's saying? Yeah.
So he was trying to get a little publicity, maybe. Well, he didn't come off looking too sharp in that little exchange.
And that was live on his show too.
Yeah, it was live on his show. Yeah. Whoops. That Cowhead's fucking funny, man. He was able to really nail him.
That's Mike Calta, by the way.
Yeah, he's not Cowhead anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's abandoned the Cowhead.
He's abandoned the Cowhead thing. That's pretty good. Doing it. Everyone knows him though as Cowhead. You know, kind of. I don't know. Sorry, Cowhead. Mike,
what's up, buddy?
how you doing, man? Holy shit.
I'm having a pretty good day. How are you doing?
Very good. Yeah, we're live right now, and I played a few minutes of the beginning of your phone discussion you had on your program with Bubba the Love Sponge, and I just can't get enough of it. It's such
I watched it like 6 times.
It's such a good example of how to disassemble somebody. You didn't give him the chance to even chime in with stuff, but not by yelling over him, by calculated attacks on his character. It was so fucking well done.
The good thing is he's got such a horrible character that I got about 20%, 80% of shit I didn't even get to.
Yeah.
And people now are he's spinning it in all different directions, and I lowered the volume. I released a video so you could watch my hands on the board. I didn't lower his volume. That's what happens, when everybody talks at once.
Yeah.
It's going to always overpower on my end. It'll always take my mic higher than anything else. And I'm sure it was the exact same on his end. So, I played it as honest as I could today, and I called him out on just about everything I could in that short amount of time, and then the other guy wouldn't shut up. And I've been doing this too long to talk to people's interns.
Yeah.
If you want to call me and be a man, face me man to man, and we'll talk it out. The problem is he couldn't carry that conversation, so he needed other people to chime in. I told my guys all to keep their mouth shut. And it was just me and him, and he couldn't handle it.
What's the background on any problems you two have had over the years?
He used to do a good show. He started in Tampa doing nights, and I was his producer. And then when he went to mornings, I went there, and I worked with him in mornings from 96 to 2000. And as I grew, I started when I was a kid with him. And as I grew, he got lazy. I wanted to do more and get better, and he just got lazier and lazier. And we just didn't see eye to eye, and he eventually fired me. Nothing. And then he's made up a million stories I stole from him and all this shit, but nothing he could ever prove and nothing that I ever did. I'm always honest about it.
Yeah.
And immediately CBS hired me. And I worked there for a couple of years, which is, I believe, the first time I called you guys when I got fired from CBS.
Yeah, I remember
that. And then when I was doing mornings, they wanted to bring him back to terrestrial radio. And they said, would you go to afternoons? And I was like, fuck yeah, I don't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning anymore. They kept my pay the same. They kept my staff the same. All I had to do was switch to afternoons. I was like, fine. And we did it. We went to afternoons. We debuted there at number 1, and we were number 1 for 5 years. And then they just didn't like him. He's toxic for a company. His show has gone downhill over the last couple of years. And Cox didn't want him anymore. They had the option to pick him up for another year, and they didn't want him to be part of the company. So they came to me and they said, we're going to let him out of his contract, and we want you to go to mornings.
Wow.
And I said, great, give me a lot of money, and I'll take it. And they did, so now I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning again.
And he's got obviously a beef with you because, he feels there was no loyalty or anything.
Yeah, but he thinks because I worked with him at one point that I owe everything to him. His show sucked when I worked on it. He was never even number one. He was new to doing mornings. He didn't even really know how to do it. I helped him more than anything. Instead of being appreciative, he's just a jealous dick now because he doesn't want to see me do well. And I've been doing very well. I'm the only person that ever left his show that didn't have to go back to him. I've been doing my own show for 14 years in the same market, which is unheard of in radio. I make really good money. I've made a good living here, and I've got no complaints. And I just signed a 5-year contract. I'm not going anywhere. And this douche coming back today like he's king in the mountain. It's just his process. He gets back on the air. He gets into a shitty syndicated market, and he tries to attack the top 40 show, whatever number one, like old school morning zoo radio.
Yeah, that's old school radio fights. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because the guys are chicken shits, and they won't take his phone call. But there was no way I was losing that battle. So the first time he called me, I picked up and took his phone call, manhandled him, and now I'm done with him. And now he'll spend the rest of the next week talking about me.
It really is taking off too. Like I didn't even know what had happened, and I start going through social media and whatnot, and the clip is turning up everywhere. And it's because it's just really funny. It's well done, and Bubba is not a likable guy, so to have somebody taking him apart like that is really fun to watch.
Can I tell you my favorite part? My favorite part, and I didn't think that this would ever happen. There's a fake character on his show named Ned.
Yes.
And Ned is nothing more than the voice of Mike Waters, who is Manson, who's also on the show. And I've worked with Mike since 1993. So I can't believe that in 2015 people are still buying into the fake character thing. I mean, he's got the nerve to try and call me a hack. You're talking to a fucking character that doesn't exist, and it's the funniest part of your show. Today I call him out on it, and I actually made him do the character while I had him on the phone, and he did it, and it just made me laugh my ass off.
Yeah. I heard that exchange between his fake character and the one that you had started doing at that point.
I made up Cliff. Cliff's my new favorite guy.
Yeah, Cliff. Oh shit! It was really funny. I was genuinely entertained listening to it, and I think anybody that wants to find the clip, it's very easy. Where can everybody find you, Mike?
Facebook.com/ the Mike Calta Show, CALTA, and I'm on Twitter at Mr. Mike Calta. And I really I'm a big fan of you guys. You've always been good to me anytime I need anything, and I really appreciate it, man.
Oh, no problem. Just like I said, great job, and good talking to you. Keep in touch, man.
Hey, same here. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mike. There he goes. I hate this mouse. Barely works on the table. Yeah, it's just funny. He's a good guy, man. I've known him for a few years, and we've never had a radio battle. So I guess he's a good guy. Everybody you've never had a radio battle with is a good guy in radio.